So this is an interactive part. And we are going to ask for, I am going to ask for a volunteer who would love to go through this. So here's how it goes. The value proposition goes, our blank, whatever product and service you have, helps whatever kind of customer who want to do some kind of job or activity by removing some kind of pain, barrier, problem, and gaining some kind of benefit using your product or service, unlike your competitor, whoever your competitors are. So, who wants to do their value proposition? Or do I call on someone? All right, let's call on. She has a pizza in the oven. Okay. Can you talk though? Or are you getting the pizza out? Well, you can go use your mic. Are you ready?
I'm here.
Okay. Miss Pizza, sounds good. Okay.
It smells good too, but I don't know how many minutes I got left.
All right. You want to go ahead? So you're
Okay, so my coaching helps female entrepreneurs who want to. This is always the part I struggle with. I always aim for the pleasure point instead of the pain point. And I think I have to focus.
Well, what's the job? What's the practical thing they're trying to accomplish? The end game.
Get unstuck.
Unstuck in which way? Financially or mentally or
mentally and emotionally.
Okay, mentally and emotionally unstuck by reducing
saboteurs. Internal saboteurs.
Break down saboteurs a little bit.
Fear, anxiety, self-doubt.
Okay, by removing fear, anxiety, and self-doubt, and gaining
self-reliance, accountability, and self-worth.
Yeah, sounds like a good program. Okay. Unlike who's the enemy?
Ooh.
What's the opposite? Traditional therapy? Is it?
That's exactly what I was thinking, but I didn't know. I don't look at therapy as an enemy. I look at it.
It's a competitor.
Yes. So unlike therapy, which deals with the underlying trauma, whereas coaching deals with the future and how to move forward.
Yeah. Unlike therapy, which only deals with trauma.
Yes.
Right. So you see how pointy that is? I want to go. What's going on? What's that program? So that you see the difference, right?
Yes.
When you're focused on the very specific things, right? And so that's what we're putting in the center of our circle. Right. So when you go out there and you're talking about user experience, one of the things you might say is, this is not traditional therapy. This is something more exciting. See how that changes your pitch? Sharon, are you there?
She said yes.
Okay.
Yes, that made thank you. That was really helpful.
Yeah, you're welcome. So just putting together so that there's that you have that, and then you can design the experience of, why is this not traditional therapy? Well, first we're going to focus on this, and then part 2 you're going to focus on this, and part 3 you're going to focus on this, right? That sets up their expectations so they know exactly what they're getting into, and then they're happy to sign right up, right? Or they'll know that they're a match, so they'll click the button or they'll open the email, right? So who else wants to go? How about Angelique? I see you on my gallery view.
Oh, so sorry. I thought I was still on mute.
That's
Uh,
okay.
all right. I think I struggle with this too, but my company helps small businesses, startup, and high growth organizations with who want to establish great cultures by reducing and avoiding any associated risk. And because I always have risk in there because there's a risk associated with human resources and cost by providing succinct, effective, and innovative HR solutions and services.
Unlike.
Unlike other providers who will not, because my whole thing is that I try to cater to the organization, so it's very customized. So unlike a competitor such as Bambi, who only offers solutions that are very generalized, our organization focus on a customized approach to your company and your employee base.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so first I want to talk to you because we like HR people in our org. We need more. But okay, so let's clean this up just a little bit. So our HR service, right, helps small businesses who want customized help for their HR service, customized HR consultants, or who want HR consultants to grow their business. Because you're a consultant, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so our HR service helps small businesses who want to work with HR consultants by helping them reduce their risk, reduce, and then what kind of risk is it? Be more, a little more specific.
I'm actually legal, so reduce any type of
Legal risk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
legal.
that's huge. We love it. I love exactly what you're saying. We will talk, you and I.
Okay. We do
But-
legal risk because when I have conversations, there could be one mistake that can cost them upward up to 250 grand.
I
So
know.
it's
I
really
know.
important. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that part. We're fighting risk management every day, all day. I was just talking about risk management right before this call. So by reducing legal risk, which can cost up to 250,000 per incident, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, per incident. And what do they gain? And then they gain what specifically?
They gain to have a more compliant. And I also work on trying to create a great culture because we're in a state of the business right now where a lot of companies are just not great places to work. And
Yeah, and gain a legally compliant and thriving culture or something.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. See, and they see how that just kind of erases, like, I know what you do. I love it. Sign me up. Right. Unlike traditional HR consultants what do traditional HR consultants do?
Well, traditional HR consultants just check the box. They don't really try to work with those companies to help them. It's really, to be honest, it's just a check the box. Like, yeah, I can do this, and that's it. And they're one and done.
Who only follow standard checklists that don't really help your business grow.
Yeah, and one of the things I try to talk through is that I try to foster a continuous relationship so that the company is able to really thrive and be productive and effective.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's the stuff you can add after you say your value proposition. That's like additional copy.
Okay.
But see how you just want to keep that, you want to keep the value proposition, very, very simple.
Okay.
Because that's how all the algorithms, right? The computers will understand exactly what you're saying. The simpler, the less confusing it is, the better.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So then you open with your value proposition, and then you can add other paragraphs later, but it's going to read that page at the beginning, right? And if you consistently use that value proposition across everything, then that's when the traffic comes.
Okay. Got it.
Right, because it says, okay, she's looking for people who look for HR solutions and want culture and want to reduce their legal risk. The computer will understand those concepts. Okay. And literally bring you the people or highlight the post or whatever.
Okay, got it.
Right. And then the rest of the description, you know, goes into these other areas, right? So that other stuff you're saying is really this outer wheel. What
Okay.
you want to do is fill in. So you want to say, okay, you de-risk that. So then you want to create the user experience and say, well, show me the top 5 steps that I have to do in order to start with you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So then you can tell them step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go into these other aspects of developing the experience. But that value proposition at the beginning is what gets them over the hump of really get understanding first, right? And get your elevator pitched. It really affects everything,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that was one thing when we first started. We were in year 1 of our business, or maybe we're in year 2. I think we're in year 1. And when we figured out our value proposition, it like changed everything, because you just want people to say, oh, I want to know more. Right. And this is the same if you're pitching investors, if you're pitching financiers or anything, they just want to know, oh, these are the areas you cover in the HR spectrum. Got it.
Okay.
Right. And then all the rest of it is the window dressing and the fashion for it, but not so much, the practicality of it. So we just want to make sure that practicality is always in the center so people can really get it.
Okay. Got it.
Perfect.